Yeah, Stacy and Tracy. Stacy Stein was supposed to be in person, but she called and she still has like electricians there. So.
Oh.
Thanks. Fabletics.
Oh.
And I had like a balance.
I didn't know they sold sneakers.
I didn't either, and I needed a balance, and I was like, I can't wear like their shirts here or anything. So like shoes.
And I get
yeah. All right, Tracy's here.
Hi, Tracy.
Okay.
Good morning.
Stacy might take it live. We'll see.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
At 10:30.
Okay.
November 1st, we have silver speakers because my company, October 1st, my company forwarded the division when they, in April, when they paid us some insurance. But we wasn't sure or not, it wasn't part of the payment. So now our new supplement will have silver speakers. So I checked.
But what does that mean?
Well, we go on the Michael, which is on 18th.
Yeah.
He sold to Busy Body in the
Okay.
spring, right before the pandemic started. He must be so happy he sold that.
Sure.
But I've been going there for years, so I go there like 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So now I can go to, there's the Busy Body out west, which is part of that, but there's a Busy Body east, and then all the LA fitness places, but no yoga studio. So I started looking at, I don't even know if there's any other place I'm gonna try. I mean, it just doesn't look like anything that pricey. And then you can find who the instructor is.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's.
Yeah, I went to LA Fitness once and I wasn't impressed.
I mean, there can be good teachers.
They're
there.
good.
Hi there. Hi. Have you come before? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, what's your name?
Allie.
Hi, Allie. I'm Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Taking yoga?
That's you. I thought that was you. That pink mat
I
is
was
right.
there.
I think he's Aaron.
Yeah, I recognize Matt.
Um,
I recognize your Matt. The most worn Matt.
as it gets worn, I can slip it
I know
back.
you've told me that.
Yeah.
I gotta
Are
wait
you
to
ready,
go.
everybody? Are you okay with hands on? Let's start in child's pose. Welcome. Start to press the hips back towards the heels. We can stay here, or pick the torso up and walk it over to the right. Back to center, and over to the left. Okay. Come back to center. Spread through the fingertips and inhale up to tabletop. Curl the toes under, inhale, drop your chest and look up for a few rounds of cat-cows. Try to open up your chest, pulling the shoulder blades down. Exhale, round. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Feel that connection to your legs. Good, inhale, drop your chest, curl the toes under, look up. Exhale, round. Spread through the shoulders, the mid-back, even the lower back. Turn around. One more, inhale, drop your chest, curl the toes under, look up. And and exhale, rounds. Come into a neutral spine. You can walk your knees a little wider than the hips. Bring your left hand under your nose, your right arm up, open up the chest, and thread the needle, bringing the back of the right shoulder behind the left wrist. You can stay there or start to walk your left arm above your head, maybe to the front right corner of your mat. Keep trying to look under the left arm. Walk the left hand in front of your face, push down, and reach the right arm all the way up. Open up the chest. Other side, right hand down, left arm up. Open, and thread the needle. Bringing the back of your shoulder down, you can reach your right arm above your head, maybe to the front left corner. Take one more breath here. Walk the right hand in front of your face, push down, left arm lifts up, open. Lower the hand. Bring your knees, your feet together, curl the toes under and sit back for a toe stretch. Good. And lace the fingers, turn the palms forward, tuck the chin in, kind of mimic that same feeling in your cat as you round your back and your shoulders. Inhale, arms lift. You can stay with your arms straight above you or bend the elbows, hands behind your head, reach back, lifting your chest, shoulders draw down. And then take the back bend out of it, but keep your hands behind the back of your head and dip the right elbow down. Feel that nice stretch through the left side. And up and switch. Back to center. Okay. Lean forward, tap out your toes, circle out the ankles. Keep the tops of your feet down and sit back. That may be enough there, stay, or you can lift one knee or lift both. There's probably more room over here if you want to come over here. Yeah. Good, slowly lower the knees down, dial the fingertips back. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and let your head hang. Maybe rock a little side to side. Release that. Peel the hands up, shake it out, and go the other way. Now tops of the hands down, palms are up. Again, you can relax your neck. Just kind of shake out the hands and come into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Soften the knees, grab opposite elbow above your head. Just let the weight of your arms pull your chest closer to the legs. Take one more breath here. Release the elbows. Hands come in front of your toes. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. Draw the shoulders down your back. And walk the hands forward, coming into plank. Spread through the fingertips. Shift a little forward and back in your plank. Feel that connection to your legs. Instead of lifting the hips up and down, stay down and just roll forward and back. Yeah, so it stays a plank. Good, pause. Spread through all 10 toes, broaden to the upper back. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga down. Inhale to upward facing. Hang in upward facing for a few breaths. Roll the shoulders back, opening up the chest. You can look over to the right. Try not to let your left shoulder roll forward. Pull that left shoulder back. And then look to the left, pulling the right shoulder back. Back to neutral, chin towards the chest. Roll back into down dog. Feet are hip width apart. Spread through the toes, spread through the fingertips. Take one more breath here. Baby step, feet to hands. Soften your knees once you reach the top. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees quite a bit, getting your belly to your quads. Good, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Ground the palms, walk or float back to chaturanga. Keep the elbows in close to the rib cage. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. Right leg lifts, hips stay level. Flex the foot. Keep the legs straight. Sink the left heel towards the floor. Good, knee to nose, squeeze it in and up, and lunge the right foot. Arms lift up to crescent lunge. So your back heel is lifted if possible. Bring the hands to prayer. Pull the shoulder blades down the back and slowly just tap your left knee down to the floor. Lift it back up. Straighten the right leg. Pull the right hip back and lean forward about halfway. Good, squeeze into your hips for stability. We're doing that a few more times. So stack shoulders over hips, bend the right knee, tap the left knee, lift, straighten the right leg, and fold halfway down. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. One more. Tap the left knee. This time, try to stay as low as possible. So instead of lifting up, just try to straighten the left leg back. And then straighten the right leg and fold. This time you can fold, hands all the way down. Root the right big toe down and pull the outer right hip back. Relax your neck, your shoulders. One more breath. Walk the hands to the left. Toes in, heels out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. For this first one, lace your hands behind the back. Squeeze the wrist, shoulder blades together, and keep folding. Take one more here. Now keep your arms straight, wrists squeeze together. Lift the inner arches of both feet and inhale up to stand with a flat back. Push the hips forward, a little back bend. Look up. Good, neutral spine. Keep the fingers laced, pivot to face forward. Bend the right knee and float the left leg, coming into a warrior 3 variation. So try to minimize the back bend. Pull the pubis bone forward. Keep rolling the shoulders back and point to the left toes. Little micro bend in your standing leg. Good. One more breath. Roll your shoulder blades together more. And slowly lower, left foot to right. Let go of the grip. Stand tall. Palms face forward, shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees on the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Ground the palms, walk or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back to downward facing. Left leg lifts, hips stay level. Flex the foot. Sink your right heel. Good, knee to nose, squeeze it in and up, and lunge the left foot. Lift up to crescent lunge. Your back heel's lifted. Squeeze into the hips. Bring the hands to prayer and tap the right knee down to the floor. Then lift back up, straighten out the left leg and fold forward halfway. Shoulders over hips. Bend the left knee to tap the right knee down. Straighten the left leg and fold halfway down. Press your right heel towards the floor. Last one, shoulders over hips. Bend the left knee, tap it down. Lift, try to stay low, straighten and fold. Then you can lower your hands all the way down. Relax your neck, your shoulders. Take one more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold deeper. Good. Walk the hands over to the right. Heels out, toes in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time, grab the blades of your feet or your ankles. Pull the elbows apart. Good. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Try to keep the weight into the toes. One more breath here. Good. Lace the hands behind your lower back. Use that as a transition to lift you up to standing. Take a little back bend, hips press forward, look up. Neutral spine, pivot to face forward. Keep lacing the fingers. Minimize the back bend, so pull the pubis bone forward, shift the weight into the left foot and float your right leg. It's a warrior 3 variation. Point the right toes, get longer through your arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, one more breath. And lower right to left, stand tall, top of the mat. Let go of the grip. Palms face forward, inhale, arms lift, out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Exhale, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale back, downward facing. Try to spread through your toes, heels slightly turned apart. And keep unloading the wrists and the shoulders. One more breath here. Send the feet together, big toes touch. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Open up the hip. Pull the left hip back, bend your right knee. Drop your right ribs. Take one more breath. Knee to nose, squeeze it in and up, and lunge the right foot. Back heel turns down this time, arms lift to warrior 1. Good, nice long stance. Ground the outer blade of your back foot and try to square your hips, pulling the right hip back, the left hip forward. Now shift the weight into the front foot, floating your left leg up into tree. Foot can go to the inner calf or the inner thigh. Just go above or below your knee. Arms reach all the way up. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Turn the left palm up and gently lean to the right. Doesn't have to be a lot. Elbows back, chin off your chest. Try to bring your left knee back more. One more breath. Back up to center. Lower your hands to prayer. Slide the left ankle over the right knee. Flex the foot and start to sit back. Keep pushing your left knee down, but lifting the left hip up. One more here. Slowly come up to stand. Bring your left knee forward. Keep a micro bend in your standing leg. and lunge the left foot back into warrior one. Arms lift. Pull the shoulders down, spread through the fingertips. Keep pulling that right hip back. Back heels down. And start to reach forward. Lengthen over your front leg. Bend the right knee, get deeper through your hips. Longer through your spine. Arms reach like you're trying to touch the front mirror. Left hand down. You can use the block or the floor. Right arm up, awkward twist. Keep squeezing the right knee into the midline. Rotate the top palm and reach over the right ear. Stacking right ribs over the left. Keep bending your right knee, final breath. Good, inhale, cartwheel the arms around and up to a warrior two. Good, hips open to the side mirror or the side windows. Turn your back toes out so the back edge of the foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Drop the back hip. Everybody straighten your right leg. Drop your back hip so your hips are level. You feel your left abductor working more, and then keep that hip dropped as you bend your right knee again. Back into warrior two. Flip the right palm, reach forward, and exhale. Keep pushing the right knee out towards the pinky toe. One more breath here. Back to warrior two. Right elbow to the quad, left arm up, Utthita Parsa. Scoop the right hip under. Rotate the top palm and reach over your left ear. Final breath. Good, inhale lifts you up to standing. Now keep the arms out to a T. Turn the torso to face forward and lift your left heel. Kind of a different transition, but good, you guys got it. Now start to lean forward through the chest and float the left leg for airplane, Digasana. Flex the floating foot. Again, you're trying to minimize your back bend, so pull your pubis bone forward so you feel your core involved. And left fingertips down in front of the right big toe, right arm up, revolving half moon. Squeeze the inner thighs together. One more breath. Good, now try to make this graceful. Look down, lower the left foot as you stand up at the same time, top of the mat. Good, sama study. Palms face forward, shoulders back and down. Ground through the soles of the feet. Heels turned out, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back to downward facing. Big toes touch. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Open the hips, sink your right heel. Drop your left ribs and pull the right hip back. Knee to nose, squeeze it in and up. And lunge the left foot. Back heel down, arms up to warrior one. Good, ground the outer blade of your back foot, yes. Bend the left knee, get a little lower as you try to square off your hips. Shift the weight into the left foot as you float into tree pose.
Is it better or worse if you keep it loose versus or like this?
See if you can connect it to your foot. It'd be better if you bring it to
It's
your
better if you connect it.
Yeah. Pull the right knee back, arms lift up. Keep pulling your right knee back, yeah, so you get an external hip rotation. Left hand grabs the right wrist and lean to the left. Chin away from your chest. One more breath here. Inhale to center, hands to prayer. Slide your right ankle over the left knee. Bend the left knee. Try to keep your right hip lifted as you push both hips evenly back behind you. Good, keep breathing. Enjoy that hip stretch. Take one more here. And slowly come up to stand. Bring your right knee forward, micro bend your standing leg, and lunge it back into warrior one. Arms reach overhead, pull the left hip back. Make sure you're in a nice low lunge so you're longer in your stance. So maybe you need a little more space. And then start to reach forward. Lengthen. Biceps stay by the ears, palms face each other. Gaze is down, bend the left knee, get lower through the hips, longer through your spine. Arms reach up. Yes. Good, right hand down, left arm up, backward twist. Pull the outer left hip back, rotate the top palm and reach over your left ear. Keep breathing. One more here. And cartwheel the arms around and up to warrior two. Back toes turn out. Everybody straighten the left leg. Might need a little longer stance. Drop the back hip. So your pelvis is level. Your back abductor is going to work more as you bend your left knee. Lift the left palm, reach forward, and exalt. Right hand down, left arm up. Keep turning the left knee out. So you're keeping your front knee safe. One more here. Back to warrior two. Left elbow to the quad. Bend your left knee, get lower through the hips. Ground the outer blade of your back foot so you feel both legs working together. And reach over your hip. Try to stack right ribs over the left as you turn your body sideways. Good. Final breath here. Yes. Good, gently come on up. Keep the arms out to a T. Pivot to face forward, lifting your back heel. Setting up your airplane. Lean forward through your chest and float the right leg. So graceful. Flex the floating foot. Try to minimize that back bend. Yes, as you pull your pubic bone forward, lengthen the sacrum towards your floating heel. Then right fingertips in front of the left big toe, left arm up, revolving half moon. If anybody else wants a block, it can be really helpful here. Let me know if you want one. Keep straightening your back leg, lifting it up. Yes. Breathe. Soften your face. One more here. Good. Make it graceful. Lower your foot as you stand up at the same time. Top of the mat. Take a moment. Close your eyes. Palms face forward and pause. Open the eyes. Inhale. Arms lift out and up. Make it smooth. It lasts your whole inhale. As you slow down, synchronizing movement to breath. Exhale. Let it last your whole exhale. You're trying to slow down your movement to match your breath. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, walk or jump back. Chaturanga. The whole exhale down makes you exhale. Inhale to upward facing. Good. Exhale back to downward facing. Right leg lifts, hips stay level, flex the foot. So level means you're reaching back instead of so high up. Yes. Pull this back. Knee to nose, squeeze it in enough and lunge the right foot. Arms lift, crescent lunge. Back heels lifted if you can. Good, reach your arms out. You're going back into airplane. It should feel familiar. Just a breath or two, back into airplane. Try to pull your right hip back. Yes, good. Slowly come up to standing. Don't let your left foot touch. Hug your knee into your chest. Use your arms to pull the knee in. Shoulders back, elbows in. Then right hand to the outside of your left knee or your foot for a standing twist. Left arm reaches back when you're ready. One more here. Look forward. Bring your left arm up overhead. Then your right arm up. Bend your left knee. Lift it higher than your hip. Lift it up, up, up. Flex the foot and hinge the left leg back. Like you're stamping your foot into the back windows. Micro-bend your standing leg and lunge way back to crescent. You can drop your left knee down. It might be helpful to kind of help you reset. Hands to prayer and twist to the right. Use your elbow onto your right leg. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. Keep pressing back through your left heel. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more. Good, unwind, hands down. Straight, lift your left leg coming up to standing split. Relax your neck, torso towards the standing leg. Lift the left foot a little higher. Final breath. And lower your left foot behind your right. So your feet are square, close together, inner thighs squeeze together. Try to square off your feet so they're not all crooked and wonky. They're somewhat organized. And then reverse swan dive, arms lift out and up. Left hand grabs your right wrist and lean to the left. Minimize the back bend, so you don't want to dump into your lower back. Pull your pubis bone, wrap your ribs in, and it's a lean to the left. Good, inhale up and swan dive down. Bend your knees, lift the heels, and sit down into Gomukhasana. So you may need to sit on a block to help you get into the shape. Yeah, I would sit on a block, John. Sit right on the block. It's gonna help you feel it better. Now you can stay or add add the arm. So left elbow up, maybe Gomukhasana arms. If you still want more, you can fold forward. You might want to just keep focus on the hips. If that feels good today. If you've added the arms, try to squeeze the elbows into the midline. Final breath here. Inhale lifts you up. Release the arms. Bring the arms out, palms forward, up, and try to bring them back. And then palms up, forward, down, and back. But don't let your lats lift. Just a nice shoulder rotation. Good, release that. Now you've got some transition options. You can roll over your feet for a vinyasa, or you could roll over your knees, coming into tripod headstand. In tripod headstand, you want your hands down, your head down. You might keep your legs in eagle. And then when you're ready to come out of that, unwrap, slowly pike your feet right before your toes touch. Shoot back and land in chaturanga. Give it a go. If you want me to spot you, let me know. Okay. Yeah. Bring your hands back a little more. Yeah. And now lift your step. Okay. Good. Squeeze your elbows in. Now slowly pike your feet, flex your feet, and slowly pike your legs down. Push your hips towards me, yeah. Now shoot them back and then, yeah. We'll meet in a down dog. When you're done playing, keep pulling the hips up and back. Left leg lifts, hips stay level. Flex the foot. Pull the outer right hip back. Push into my hand, push. Yes. Good, need to nose, squeeze it in and up. And lunge the left foot. Arms lift, press and lunge. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Bring the arms out, lean forward for your second dhyasana. Try to pull your left hip back. Yes, as you stand into the left leg. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. Then slowly come up to stand. Bring your right knee with you, don't let it touch. Squeeze the knee into your chest using your arms. Try not to lean back, instead stand tall and lift up. Good, left hand to the outside of your right knee or foot. Right arm reaches back for a standing twist. Take your time. One more here. Look forward. Bring your right arm up overhead. Then the left arm up. Bend your right knee, lift the knee higher than the hip. Flex the foot and start to hinge your right leg back. Pause in airplane and then bend your left knee and lunge way back. You might want your knee down, although most of you kept it up. Hands to prayer and twist to the left. Pull the outer left hip back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. One more here. Last one. Good, unwind, hands down. Kick off your right leg, standing split. Pull the torso towards your left leg. Switch your legs, John. Yeah. Now flex the floating foot. Keep both legs as straight as possible and lower the right foot behind your left. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Reverse swan dive, arms lift, out and up. Try to organize your feet so you've got a wider base, and then tuck your tail. Right hand grabs the left wrist, lean to the right. Shoulders down so you're not all jacked up in your lats. Make it about your side body. Good. Inhale up and swan dive down. Bend the knees, lift the heels, and sit down in between the feet for Gomukhasana. Maybe you sit on a block again, it might be helpful. You try to wiggle, so the more you organize and kind of get into this, the better stretch you're gonna feel. Good. You can keep it about your hips, fold forward, or add your arms. This time the right arm's up. Keep lifting your chin away from your chest. Try to keep dropping your left hip. It has the tendency to want to lift.
Should be down or up?
Say that again.
Chin should be down.
Chin is up. Not up, but neutral. So you're not, because the tendency is to drop our chin. So just try to keep it up and keep pushing the back of your head into your top arm. You're trying to wedge that elbow behind your head more. Final breath. Good, gently sit up, release your arms, bring the arms out, palms face forward, up and around, and then up, forward, down and around, without jacking up your lats. Good, release that, shake it out. Roll over your knees, vinyasa, or headstand with eagle legs again. Maybe you with tripod. Nice, Tracy. So you set it up a little different. You want your hands back. It's not under your head. Yeah. Nice. I saw that jump back. Squeeze your elbows in. Try not to jump. Meet your core. No jumping. Squeeze. Push into your hands to lift your legs. There you go. Good. Take one more breath and you're downward facing. Turn the right heel down, lunge the left foot forward, walk the hands to the right. Heels out, toes in, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hold. Good, inhale, lengthen. And heel toe your feet apart. Coming into a straddle split. You're trying to keep your feet, your toes lined up with your heels. And maybe you drop down to your elbows. Good, keep going down as low as possible, knowing it's just as much about strength as it is about flexibility. So grounding the outer blades of the feet really help you to keep your legs engaged. Kneecaps are lifted. Good. Take a final breath here. And slowly start to heel toe your feet a little closer together. So they're about one leg width apart. And then walk the hands over to the right. Lower the left knee. You're gonna face the back windows. Lowering the left knee, coming into a half or full split. So you can slide your right leg straight. Now, if you are going into the full split, just make sure you're not going into cheerleader splits where your hips are open. They look really pretty, but they're not a yogi split. So yogi split, we're trying to keep our hips square, and you'll feel a whole different part of your hamstring. Right? Different. Now, you might fold your torso over your right leg, or you might walk your hands next to your hips, and maybe lift your hands entirely off the floor. That can be interesting. Good, gently start to walk your hands in, and just walk your hands over to the left. You're going right into the other side. How's the breath? Are you just trying to muscle your way through it, or are you breathing your way into each pose? Only you really know. Now think of plugging your left femur bone into your hip socket, and you're feeling probably just as much happening in that right hip flexor as the left hamstring. I like to keep my back toes curled under to help kind of roll that right hip forward. It's helpful, I think. Right? Good. You can fold in, you can walk your chest or your shoulders over your hips and lift your hands maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Final breath. Now lean to the left, swing your right leg around and come into Dandasana. Both legs will be straight in front of you. Feel the flesh from the sitting bones. Good, toes back. Inhale, arms lift, Adana. And exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana. More breath. Inhale up, hands behind your hips, fingertips face forward, bend your knees for reverse table, or you can keep your legs straight for incline plank, your choice. Inhale, lift. Bend your knees down. Walk your feet in. Walk your feet apart. Yes. Lift a little higher. Good. And slowly lower it down. Cross your ankles, roll over the knees. Vinyasa. Come high onto the toes, bend the knees, and walk or float through back into Dandasana. Good. Feel the flesh from the sitting bones. And bend your right knee, bring your foot on the floor. The foot is right next to your left inner thigh. Right arm behind the back, left arm up. Hook elbow to knee and twist to the right. You can bring your right arm all the way to the floor. Yeah, there you go. Now try to push your right knee into the midline. Inhale, sit up tall, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Okay. One more here. Good, look forward. Grab the outer right foot or shin with your left hand and kick it forward. You're still twisting. Right arm reaches back. Tendency is to round your back and kind of slouch. So sit up tall. Stack shoulders over hips. Keep kicking forward with your right foot. Reach back more. One more breath. Keep flexing your left toes. Good, look forward. And lower your right heel, bring your right arm up and over for a half fold, a half twist. You're trying to grab your outer left foot with your right hand. Yes. Should feel really good through that side body, yeah? I don't know what this is, but it feels good. If you don't feel it a lot through your side body, bend your knees. Inhale, lift you up. Other side. And the left knee. And bring your foot to the floor. Left arm behind your back. Right arm up. Hook elbow to knee and twist to the left. Keep flexing your right foot and push the left knee into the midline. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. So we should push too much. Now, grab the outer left foot with your right hand and kick forward as you reach back. Keep trying to sit up tall. When you're not leaning back, kick forward more. Use your left leg more. Sit up taller, more breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then lower your left heel. Bring your left arm up and over for a half fold, a half twist. You're grabbing your right foot if you can with your left hand. Now lift you up. Bring the arms in front of you, palms face each other, and slowly roll down. Try to feel your lower back touch the floor first, so you feel the articulation of your spine. Good, head can come all the way down, hands on the floor next to your hips. Bend the knees. Feet on the floor and lift your hips for our bridge. You can pull chin away from your chest. Maybe lace your hands behind your back. Try to lift your hips higher. Good. Try to walk your elbows. Yes. Your shoulders together. That's it. Final breath. Slowly lower upper back, mid back, lower back down. Hug both knees into the chest. Maybe you can keep your knees together. Maybe you can grab opposite elbow around your shins. Do your best to keep your lower back down, your shoulders down. Excuse me. Legs straight up in the air, feet are flexed. Good, hands on the floor next to your hips. Now you can stay just like this. This is a beautiful way to wind down. Or push into the hands, lift your feet up over the head for plow, shoulder stand, that whole closing series. Good, that doesn't bother your neck. You can bring your hands to your lower back. That's going to support your back so that maybe you lift your feet up over your head. And sometimes it's nice to just lower one leg down at a time in your shoulder stand. Slowly start to bring your feet back up over your head or over your hips, and then roll down one vertebra at a time. Maybe staying on your back, or if you did take the shoulder stand, I would recommend a seated forward fold. Back. Let your palms fall open, let the feet flop out, noticing the natural roll of your legs at your hip joints.
Whenever you do Shavasana, just close your eyes.
Yes. Meditation, where you get to turn everything off and do absolutely nothing. Sometimes it's the hardest part of class. Most of us are So if it's difficult for you to be still, trust that it's the very thing maybe you need to do more. When it's tempting to fidget, to move, to think about what's next, see if you could just acknowledge that temptation, but not act upon it. Before you start to bring some movement in, just take a moment to observe how still and relaxed you've allowed yourself to become. Reminding ourselves it's always in there. We just have to make conscious choices on how we want to be. We know that our bodies function better when we're relaxed. So when we think we're relaxed throughout the day, maybe find something else to soften. Start to deepen your breathing as you wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Look over the head and lengthen through the right side and the left side. both knees into the chest, rock and roll. Ready, come on up to a comfortable seated position. There's no rush here. Hands to prayer at heart center as we close our practice with gratitude always for this time spent nurturing our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. And we continue to take care of ourselves so we can be of service to others, however that looks in our each own unique way. Thank you everybody for taking the time for you, trusting that you are contributing to a more peaceful world. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Namaste, Tracy. If you have time, we're rolling right into yin, 10:30. Great combo. You're welcome. I've got some retreats coming up. The only one I have space in is Tulum, November 15th to the 22nd. It's a full week. It's with 2 teachers, me and Kim Coletti. Also, I'm starting a Yogi's Night Out. So it is the first Saturday of the month. It's going to start next Saturday. So it's going to be a 2-hour, like, pretty intense class down at the Yoga on the Breakers, which is on Fort Lauderdale Beach. And then we walk right downstairs and go to Wine and Garden. So, yeah. It's just a fun, like, 3-course dinner, 2-hour yoga, and we packaged it up, $85 for the workshop and the dinner, and alcohol isn't included, but of course, if you want a drink, you can get one. No, they have, I don't know, I think they just opened it September 1st, I heard, I called in because I haven't heard from my dad, and I've been really reached out. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you should come. Only 4 spots left. There's only one. The time, 4:30 to 6:30 spots. Hello. Okay. If you want my number, I can, we can chat. Because I'm only here on Thursday. Okay. So, you're here for yin, grab your props. Thank you, Amanda.
No problem.